our journey to CUDA actually started 25 years ago. GeForce I know how many of you grew up with GeForce. GeForce is NVIDIA's greatest marketing campaign. We attract future customers starting long before you could afford to pay for it yourself. Your parents paid. Your parents paid. Your parents paid for you to be NVIDIA customers. And every single year, they paid up year after year after year until someday you became an amazing computer scientist and became a proper customer, a proper developer. But this is the house that GeForce made. 25 years ago, we started our journey, which led to CUDA. 25 years ago, we invented the programmable shader, a perfectly unobvious invention to make an accelerator programmable, the world's first programmable accelerator, the pixel shader. 25 years ago, that led us to explore further and further. 20 years later, 5 years later, the invention of CUDA. One of the biggest investments that we made, and we couldn't afford it at the time, and it consumed the vast majority of our company's profits, was to take CUDA on the backs of GeForce to every single computer. We dedicated ourselves to create this platform because we felt so strongly about its potential. But ultimately, the company's dedication to it, despite the hardships in the beginning, believing in every single day, for 13 generations of 20 years, we now have CUDA installed everywhere. The pixel shader led to, of course, the revolution of GeForce. And then 10 years ago, we introduced, about 10 years ago, 8 years ago? We introduced RTX, a complete redesign of our architecture for the modern era of computer graphics. GeForce brought CUDA to the world. GeForce, therefore, enabled Alex Krizhevsky and Ilya Sutskever and Jeff Hinton, Andrew Ng, and so many others to discover that the GPU could be their friend in accelerating deep learning. It started the big bang of AI. 10 years ago, we decided that we would fuse programmable shading and introduce two new ideas: ray tracing, hardware ray tracing, which is incredibly hard to do, and a new idea at the time. Imagine, about 10 years ago, we thought that AI would revolutionize computer graphics. Just as GeForce brought AI to the world, AI is now going to go back and revolutionize how computer graphics is done all together. Well, today I'm going to show you something of the future. This is our next generation of graphics technology. We call it neural rendering, the fusion of 3D graphics and artificial intelligence. This is DLSS 5. Take a look at it. Incredible. Computer graphics comes to life. Now, what did we do? We fused controllable 3D graphics, the ground truth of virtual worlds, the structured data. Remember this word, the structured data of virtual worlds, of generated worlds. We combine 3D graphics, structured data, with generative AI, probabilistic computing. One of them is completely predictive, the other one probabilistic, yet highly realistic. We combine these two ideas, controlled through structured data, controlled perfectly, and yet generating at the same time. And as a result, the content is beautiful, amazing, as well as controllable. This concept of fusing structured information and generative AI will repeat itself in one industry after another industry after another industry. Structured data is the foundation of trustworthy AI.